Two things about Jay Delsing. You were you're still a golfer. You're on the Champions Tour, but you were a former PGA Tour golfer.
Yes.
St. Louisan, and very tall.
You
very
are very tall.
Yeah, very tall, 6'5", right.
For 6'5", that's got to be one long driver.
Right. Well, yeah, there's a lot of crooked drives as well with that, Jay. Yeah, that height, it's powerful, but sometimes not as accurate as I'd like.
It's very tough to make the tour, isn't it?
It really is, especially nowadays. When I got on tour, we were good golfers, and but the PGA Tour now is actually a world tour.
Mm-hmm.
So when I played, Nick Faldo and Seve Ballesteros and Bernard Langer would come over occasionally and play in the majors and things. But now you look at what the top 125, which is, there's only 125 jobs on the PGA Tour, and they're from all over the world. It's really awesome. Mm-hmm. It's the diversity and the globalness of the game of golf. It's awesome,
right.
But it is much harder.
Yeah.
There's not enough room for the talent. There's a lot of folks that are playing on the Web.com tour now.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, go out and watch these guys. There's future Hall of Famers playing right now. You just don't know their names.
Mm.
And they're like, really? I'm like, I promise you.
Yeah. You're here to talk about kind of your life's work since leaving the tour, and that is promoting the game of golf throughout the St. Louis area, but throughout the country as well, through the First Tee of Greater St. Louis. Tell us about that.
Yeah, about 11 years ago, Kelly, we were just talking about this off air. It's been 11 years. It's been incredible that 11 years have gone by. We're having our fundraiser at Norwood Hills on June 26th this year, but a friend of mine, Chuck Cook, and I got together, and we kind of put this thing together 11 years ago. And I look back and I think, now we give golf clubs to boys and girls. We give them bags and shoes, whatever they need. And we did this at the time, and I'm like, we don't have one club to give, or is anybody going to show up? Are the kids going to, are we going to be able to make a difference? And what's really neat, you guys, is we are making a difference. We're making a big difference. We have a national school program. We're in 69 of the public elementary schools in the city, in the St. Louis area. And this year we're going to have over 25,000 kids that go through this program. And the core of the program is something called the 9 core values. And they're like honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, judgment, things like that. And what we're really trying to do is give these kids a different look, a different opportunity, and a different choice. And the National School Program is in the revolving curriculum, in the PE revolving curriculum. So, 2 weeks the kids will play basketball, and then maybe they'll play volleyball, and then they'll get to play golf. And so it's working. It's really, really neat to say. And we're in the process of kind of doing a 5, 10, and 15-year strategic plan for the chapter and for the city. So we're just getting started.
It is great work.
And golf is one of those sports that it can be a little difficult to enter it if you don't have access to the clubs, like hockey. If you don't have the skates and the pads, and it can be a little expensive. Providing that opportunity, taking that barrier away and opening it up to more people, really is a great thing for the game of golf and for those kids.
Well, thanks, Jay. It is and it isn't. So a lot of people think that golf is just this country club sort of set. That's not really true. I didn't grow up in a country club. I grew up in North County, and I grew up on a municipal golf course, and I started playing golf with an old set of clubs that were my mom's. I mean, you can do that if you want. The problem is, in the city, how the kids going to get to do that?
Right.
We were out in the suburbs, and we could ride our bikes to places, and those things just aren't happening anymore. And so what we need to do is we need to get to those kids, and that's what we're trying to do. So we want to in anything that might be a barrier for them. No clubs, no ride. Well, they can't afford the program, the $40 for the program. We'll do all that for them. We'll get them there.
Have you seen some kids who have gone through the program and really kind of, you've seen some promising golfers come out of it?
Oh, yeah. But I got to tell you, and I really have, but what's really impressive is come to our golf event and listen to one of our young men or women talk. They get up and I've done public speaking now, and I actually like it, but when I was 16 years old, not a chance in hell, right? We every year I shake the hand, the parents' hands of this young lady or this young man that get up there and talk in front of about 200 men and women.
That's a big thing.
With nothing written down, and I'm like, wow, you guys are really good. It's impressive. So we're seeing good golfers. We're seeing people's, lives being changed. It's fun.
You also provide college scholarships and other things like that.
We do. We are trying to. We're not trying to have like a one and done with these kids. We're trying to let them get in the program young, elementary school, young, and then stay with us. And it's challenging as the kids hit their teenage years and things like that. We lose a lot of the males right around 12, 13, or 14. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, it's not cool. It's not, so we're trying to change that. And and if they want to, they'll stay with us all the way to college, and we'll help them with some schooling if possible.
Well, tell us how we can kind of support this great work, being part of the 11th annual Golf for Kids golf tournament and auction.
First Tee St. Louis, firstteestl.org, and
firstteestl.org.
And Michelle South is our executive director, and she'll be there to answer any questions. And if you want to get involved in the program, we need coaches. We need anyone that has a heart for this sort of thing. We're not turning anyone down.
What
and
about
the event again?
The event?
Is Monday?
The event is Monday,
26th?
June 26th at Norwood Hills Country Club, and volunteers are needed for that event. If you want to come and play, we'd love to have you play. You don't need to have a foursome. We can get you paired up with like-minded folks, and it's just a way to support the cause and play a little golf. I tell people golf's an excuse to just drink and swear, but most people already know how to do that. So, but come on out, and we'd love to see you there on June 26th.
Are you going to be providing pointers to golfers like me who you say yours were maybe a little off, your drives were a little off sometimes? I'm constantly in the woods. So you're going to fix that
I
for
can
me?
help you get out of the woods too, Jay. It's one thing, it's one thing to get in, then you need to get out. But I'll do a little demonstration, and a little informative clinic and try to get folks. Everyone's always afraid to ask a question. So I'll say, if you have a stupid question, I'll have a stupid answer for you. So just throw it out there. But it's a hard game because it's really a difficult game to assembly line teach. Our bodies are shaped differently. We have different lengths, arms, and legs, and things like that. And so I'm glad to help any which way I can.
But he can't perform miracles, Jay.
He's only human. The event again, Monday, June 26th, Norwood Hills Country Club. It is the first tee of Greater St. Louis 11th annual Golf for Kids golf tournament and auction. And give us that website one more time.
firstteestl.org.
Jay Delsing with First Tee of Greater St. Louis and still but former PGA golf pro. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank
you. Guys, thanks so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. It's 8:45 KTRS, The Big Five.